Looks like a little pothole that you'd find up in Ontario somewhere.
Yeah. This is a typical northern Michigan lake, and most people wouldn't think it would hold a lot of fish.
Well, it isn't very big. What, a couple acres?
Yeah, it's probably 8 or 9 acre lake is all. Yeah.
And you said to me, it is loaded with pike.
Yeah. This time of year, they really bite.
How deep is it out there?
It's only maybe 15 or 20 foot deep, but it's got a very silty type of a bottom to it. And I wouldn't want to get out and try and stand at the bottom of that lake.
Well, when I first saw it, there's a lot of edge, a lot of cover, there's lily pads and weeds and fallen trees. It looks excellent for pike or bass. What do they feed on in here?
Oh, there's an abundance of life out there. Just all kinds of different species of fish. The weeds, and it's great habitat for fish in general.
Got some bluegills in there?
It's got bluegills. It's got bass, pike.
Okay, now, the weather this spring has really been screwball. I mean, this is more like an October day. Here we are in about the middle of May, and wind shifted around and is now from the north, and it cooled off. Now, what does your experience tell you we're going to find?
Oh, I think we're going to clean up today.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, you betcha. You betcha. I was very happy to see it cool down, and I could use a little bit less wind, a little bit more clouds, but the cool weather I think is going to help us out.
Now, what's the strategy?
Cast lures till your arm falls off. We'll catch something.
Just lures, no minnows?
Well, we'll throw some hardware first, and if that doesn't get them going, then I've got some secret bait we'll put out there.
Okay, now, when you're talking hardware, what kind of hardware?
I like to use spinner baits myself. They get around through the weeds. You can just about cast them anywhere and not get hung up. It's easy to take out of the fish's mouth because they're just single hooks, and that's what I like to use.
You cast right up next to the shore or out towards the drop-offs, or what?
I generally like to start off casting to the shore, pulling them out into the deeper water, and if you don't find them there, then we'll start casting out in the deeper spots of the lake. But they'll be one place or the other.
Now, a lake this size, I'd presume it would be just full of little hammer handles, 18-inch pike.
There's a lot of those in there too, but there's a good range of fish in this lake. We got the big ones all the way down to the small ones.
How big?
That's a tough question. Well, we'll see some 3-footers out there.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah. Maybe not today, but they're out there. Oh, you bet. Yeah.
Pretty darn. So, is the fishing best? Do you find pike fishing best right now in the first or early part of May, mid-May? Of course, this is the first year that the season opens before the 15th. But is this the best? Does it go downhill from here?
The next 2 weeks from here will be the absolute best pike fishing that there is, except possibly for the fall. Late September, early October is also good. But this kind of a lake, if you don't catch them in the next 3 weeks, you'll be out here all summer, and you wouldn't think there's a pike in this lake. It's just amazing how they shut right down.
Now in the fall, I mean, you being a taxidermist, and I know a hunter, do you spend much time fishing in the fall? When we all know it's great fishing in the fall.
None.
None?
None.
That's what I thought.
None. So my fishing's right now. I've got to get it in, because in the fall I'm hunting.
We got a fish on. That seems like a smaller one, or what?
I don't know.
What do we make of this? Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, this is it.
There he goes.
Here, take and drag now.
Why, that is a small one.
Oh! Feisty little guy, huh?
Now, this little pike is a feisty one, but that's one of the attractions of the Northern Pike. They battle right down to the end. Up till now, we caught fish all around this 9-acre pond, but we hadn't tied into a big one. Now, you find you catch the smaller fish in the shallower backwaters, or are there big ones in there too?
There's big ones everywhere in there. Everywhere. I've caught them every spot of this lake.
Now, you sold this fishing trip. You sold me on this a couple months ago. You said, you got to come up. We're going to slay the pike.
Yes, I still believe that.
You believe it?
I still believe it.
I certainly hope so.
Yes, I certainly do too.
Got him?
Looks like it is. Looks like he's running that way. That's what we like to hear.
Boy, this is a big one, Fred. Oh!
Well, I hope so.
Oh, man.
I hope so.
It's the kind of times you wish you changed the line on
Ooh,
your reel.
we gotta see him. We gotta see him. Oh, geez, oh, Pete.
Yeah!
Oh,
Yeah!
oh, no!
Yeah, get him!
Hey, this net is not big enough. You have another net in here? What in the heck? I can't believe this.
Right.
What are we going to do with this shallow net?
Get him with the head. Don't screw around.
Oh, golly.
I don't know how. In the head. Get him in the head. In the head.
Boy, that's easy for you to say.
The head, Fred. The head.
Bring him back here. Okay, if I can keep him this direction. Ah! Oh, jeez, oh, Pete. Oh, this is great. Oh, Chris.
Yeah, you did it, eh?
Woo-wee. This is a real thrill. Holy cow, look
I
at
can't believe it.
it. Hooked right in the corner of the mouth. So he was
Removing a hook from a northern pike's mouth can be tricky. Well, they're loaded with long teeth down each side. The tongue is covered with teeth, and so is the roof of its mouth. It's a vicious predator, puts up a mighty battle, and can really get your adrenaline pumping, especially one this size.
Oh, what would you say he weighs?
Oh, that's probably 12 pounds. I'd say he's 12 pounds. He's not real long, but he's heavy.
Oh, he is a heavy
He's
pike.
a heavy pike.
That's great. Well, we're going to put him back. Doggone it, I tell you.
I hate to do that, but
Forgive me, folks, for doing this, but it's Chris's lake, it's Chris's fish, and he says he wants to catch it again when it's bigger. Oh, there it goes. Oh, man. Chris.
don't you feel good you did that now?
That was outstanding.
Oh, yeah.
Chris Hickson, his backyard pond, and that big northern pike, a memory to be caught again when it's even bigger in Michigan outdoors.
We can go